Here, gonna do some Inquisition. And have some fun for a little bit. So when I last left the last stream, we had just gotten to Valrio. So we're gonna take care of some things here. And then there's a few other things. We're just gonna have some fun. Also, you might hear the wifeys here and there. But most importantly, I shouldn't say most importantly, I want to try and get this shared out so that people who want to join can. I'll take a minute, share some things out. Okay, guys, welcome. So, we're getting started here in a minute. Just sharing things out. So, Valrio is an interesting place in that equipment-wise, if you have not already gone through and completed the game like I have, it's a fantastic place as far as equipment and things like that. So it's definitely one of those areas where if you've been saving your gold and you've been wanting to try and find a good place to spend it, this is a good place to do it. I'll show you that. Also, if you're an XP person and whatnot, you'll want to read each of these plaques when you come in, because reading them gives you some experience. So, and then same with these plaques here. These plaques also give you just kind of more information about things. So, okay.
Good people of Valrio, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of her murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet, a wicked Kunari sent to subvert the Maker's world.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go with this one.
You say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Yeah, if you actually look closely at that animation, you can see how crazed he is. It's flippin' ridiculous.
If you're not here to help the Chantry, then you just came to make speeches.
I came to see what frightens old women so, and to laugh.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Valrio is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Yeah, just a bit.
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Doesn't look like we'll be getting the Templars to help us after all.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Okay.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Probably should have chosen the perk that
gives me benefits for every time I update my index, but
I believe that messenger is trying to get our attention.
yeah. Well, just wanted to make sure that we got all of the things here, which I think we did. Okay. You don't say.
Victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. Do you truly believe you are the Maker's chosen?
I do believe it. Do you have a better explanation?
Several, but are they the truth? I am left to question all I have been told. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine, Her Holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely. Of course, that appears to be the climate of the day. Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can, and leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the Maker's hands now.
Alright, so we've explored all of those. Okay. So,
Well, that was a change of affairs. You might find friends among the stunned and reeling.
The Templars didn't even touch you.
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
okay. There is a merchant that's in this area that we can
talk to...
Well, that was a change of affairs.
Templars left. The
There we
Chantry
go.
wants the defenders.
But is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky.
That's what we're attempting, yes.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, she is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her if it pleases you.
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it would be nice to see. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, that was a change of affairs.
I need to pause for a minute. I'll be right back.
I guess my timing is perfect.
I took off my 50 makeup. Are you disappointed? Hi, guys. Hi, devils. Oh, Joe.
Alright, so we've got a couple event things. So, alright.
The Lord Seeker may give you a threat, but he's not here right now.
Maker, know my heart. Take from me a life of sorrow. Comfort is only yours to give. Maker, where is the cup? Have you come to scavenge now that the divine lies cold? Whisper your cure against the charm. Leave me. My emptiness will not be borne by you. Maker, show me the light.
Seriously?
The Lord Seeker may
The one who repents, who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world, she shall know true peace.
Alright, he's a chanter. They can say whatever the fuck they want.
This cannot stand. How can it stand?
It stands because you let it stand. I mean, just simple truth of life. The reason why shit happens is because people choose to allow it to happen.
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help. At the very least, we can appear. Everything is normal. Yes.
Okay. Well, that was definitely interesting.
Toothless old fools are lost without her.
Fetch their Templars back, I wonder.
Ever since our divine was
Okay.
murdered, toothless old fools are lost without her.
That is where I need.
You trouble anyone?
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
Fellow mages? We have nothing in common.
More than you'd think, and certainly more in common than with Templar thugs. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you then. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Yep. Okay.
They wish to protect the people from us?
We knew there would be some kind of reaction.
But I didn't expect the Templars to make an appearance.
The people may just be assuming what the Templars will do. I've heard of no concrete plans.
You think the Order's returned to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred.
So the potential for trouble has increased twofold.
Perhaps. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Let's go ahead and come back to Haven here momentarily. It's kind of my own fault.
Need something?
Red lyrium you found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartred and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the deep roads. We located an ancient tide, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
Yeah.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the tide it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That's not a cheery thought.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Okay.
You dislike the Templars? No. I know their purpose, but you remember I once used it myself.
I'm not sure I have. Okay. I need to find more logging stations. Alright. And I need more stuff.
When will you be able to get us past when they're revealing a state of knowledge? The mages concerned follow the Chantry light as free. I'm listening.
Let's talk about you. Bards tell tales. I bet you tell some good ones.
There are plenty of tales in the library. Perhaps you should look for them there.
What did you do before you worked for the Divine?
I was a bard, a Norwegian spy for many years. For a time I also served as a small cloister in Lothering. After the Blight, the Divine called on me to oversee her personal network.
Can you teach me to be a bard?
Being a bard is so much more than being a spy. It involves a keen understanding of politics, the ebb and flow of influence, the great game. The bard's is an intricate dance where a smile can be sharper than any dagger. The best way to learn is to immerse yourself in it. Perhaps when this is all over, I'll teach you.
I should leave you to your work.
We can always talk later.
Okay. The one person who can actually give me answers is a fucking traitor. So.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter. You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere. But to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
I think the Mage Rebellion is more united. It could be 10 times worse.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
So it'll be dangerous. I've been in danger since I walked out of the Fade.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options. There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
So you're telling me this because...
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
And the truth is, there is more going on than you thought. So... Alright, so for the time being, there's not much on this side, but we do have a few things over here. Chantry remains.
Let's see what we have.
We're gonna let her deal with that. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna need to level a bit to deal with that. That area is actually pretty rough early game, so I'll need to burn some time.
What exactly does your job entail?
I meet with ambassadors from various factions and countries, and cement alliances with them. We are a young cause. Diplomacy is essential to our credibility.
Then you speak for the Inquisition with these nobles?
I do. Someone must foster goodwill on our behalf. as well as prevent controversy as news of us spreads.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more. We'll speak later.
Hello? Can I help you with something?
Greetings, Herald of Andraste.
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with Divine Justinian at the Conclave. The Grand Clerics are terrified of the Inquisition. They will not decide soon, and I fear they will not decide wisely. Whoever is chosen needs the Inquisition's support. No one else seems likely to seal the breach.
I don't believe I've had the chance to speak candidly with the revered mother. Can you tell me about the Chantry?
Of course. Too many think that the Chant of Light should only be sung by humans. The truth is that knowledge of the Maker and Andraste should be open to all who wish to learn of him. We believe the Maker created us, and that mankind's sinful nature caused him to turn away. With Andraste's blessing, the Maker will forgive mankind once the Chant of Light is sung from all corners of this world.
There were calls for an exalted march to put down the Mage Rebellion. What was your opinion?
It was ignorant gossip. An exalted march only succeeds when it carries the will of the people. Even then, it cannot be undertaken lightly. People are too easily frightened. Cannot destroy everything they fear. An exalted march is justified only against a true threat to this whole world. It is an offense to the Maker to use it as a political bludgeon, or as a means of spreading the chant of light.
What about the exalted march that conquered the elves?
That is a hotly debated matter in some circles of the Chantry. The elves had conquered Mont-Saint-Marc and threatened Valrio itself. They were not helpless victims. But even then, Rolais was the only nation to provide troops. It was hardly an exalted march of all the faithful. The Maker wishes his world to spread by example, not by war. We win no converts with blood.
That's a good point.
Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
Excuse me. Got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevita mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bull's charges can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Come back alive.
Alright, I still haven't found that damn document that I needed to find in regards to, a potion.
Worried?
Is it that obvious?
I'm afraid so.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
What does your fate tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
What's going to happen now?
Now we find allies to help us close the breach, if that is even possible. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them. I only pray the price is not too high.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
Well, I can relate. I tend to see a path, and at times tend to get blinded as to that's the only one when it's not. So,
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. You've said you believe you're chosen. Does that mean you believe in the Maker?
We're just gonna go with a hard yes.
I believe he exists.
You do? I'm surprised, but I suppose it's comforting. Surely the Maker put us both on this path for a reason. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
Alright. That's just gonna add some other things. I can come over here and talk to Colin.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. What with it? If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
You must have this mark for a reason. It will work, I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can...
Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
Well, if it's going the magic way, I could go that way, but...
You understand our situation. I appreciate your opinion.
Look around. Our people are well organized and committed. Despite what the clerics think, we are in the best position to help. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander,
Master Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Okay, just supplies. I mean, not that that's a bad thing, because, I mean, I definitely need them, but... I didn't think I had actually found his notes. Maybe I did. Let's find out. Oh, these are the catapults. Wrong area.
You don't think we'll have to defend ourselves from the Chantry?
It's always fun to replay a game, because there are times where you recapture that kind of initial spark and enjoyment of the game, because there's something that you noticed before that you didn't, so...
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that conclusion.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
No.
We'll talk later.
Sacred Ask told me that he can't let...
You're back. And in one piece.
I did find it.
You said you thought Master Tajin was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here. He couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Healing potions. We're currently researching. We need a Dawn Lotus. That's what we need. Okay, and then those are locked. Okay. I might actually spend a little bit of time because this was a part of the game that I didn't really explore much. Not out of a lack of interest, just simply a matter of I didn't actually take the time to look for the specific items. And I mean now, and because I have access to the Black Emporium, there's a high likelihood that I could just simply buy a good portion of them. But
Lady Adar of the Inquisition.
What a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Seeing the same faces at every event becomes so tiresome. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer, or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a woman of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lady, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
There's a part of me that wants to go ultra dark because I've done the let go option and I've done the I don't care option, but I've never done the kill him option. But I gotta be honest. Yeah.
Marquis doesn't interest me. Do whatever you like with him.
Poor Marquis. Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden dog. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning. And you're still here. Were you hoping to sate your damaged pride by defeating the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think her blade could put an end to the misery of your failure? Run along, my dear. Do give my regards to your aunt. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first Enchanter of Monsimal and Enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Is your interest in the Inquisition Madame de Fer, or is it more personal?
Aren't you charming? It's professional, of course.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
I wish they'd done a better job of the music for that scene, given the event. I mean, I get that due to the conversation, they didn't want to have the music overpower the conversation. So, I mean, I get the balance, but it would have been nice to hear a few more instruments in that mix. Well, I mean, the reality is what I'm currently wearing, I'm not really gonna get any better at the moment. At least I don't think. I'll need... current armor. That's 65. Yeah, that's less than what she's currently wearing. Yeah, 89 is current armor. I don't think I'm going to be able to really craft anything better for her at the moment. Well, as far as that goes, I'll play with that off camera. It's not something I'm going to spend a lot of time doing right now. I do need to spend some time finding the rest of the mage things along with the logging things so that I can complete the things. Basically, I need to spend some time dicking around.
Any word?
Nothing yet. At your service.
Okay. I'm gonna save that because
To work?
and then again, the other thing is as we get later into the game, into later missions and things like that, all of this is real time. So when it says it's going to take a day, it takes a day, and there is no speeding that up. So that then becomes a matter of just dicking around and leveling and doing side quests and things like that. So, I mean, I guess they're trying to find a way for you to, or try to create opportunities and times for you to level and whatnot. So we've got some things here that we can do. I need to fast travel to an area so that we can we've got a couple of those. That's the closest. So, alright. Need to pause for the cause for a minute. I'll be right back.
This might interest yourself.
might interest you, sir.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Okay. Well, actually, I think I need to level people, so we'll take a minute. We'll do that. Oh, I've leveled, so I need to do some things. Question is... That's because I need to do that. Oh, okay, never mind. And then we are honestly just gonna auto level everybody else. Okay. Just because I ignore them doesn't necessarily mean they will. Alright, give me a minute, guys.
Onto my throne. And what I heard was her like scrambling around the top of my throne, trying to find a way to get onto it. Because she's like, oh, it's kind of far. Do I jump it? I can kind of reach I'll reach. Nope, that doesn't work. How am I gonna do this? Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do it. Okay, ready? Okay, ready? Alright, I'm gonna go on 3. 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4. Gabby, what are you doing? Nothing, mommy.
And that was my wife reciting how Gabby was being silly on trying to get into a comfy chair. Anyways, I think this is a good place to call it, guys, because I've just got some dorking around to do and some leveling. So this is a good place for me to call for the time being. So if you're new, don't forget to like, sub, and follow. And until next time, I'm Panther022. Peace out. I'll see you on the next stream or upload.